Hello friends, welcome to Exam Bay. This is our fifth video in the series and we shall discuss center-state relations in this video. अब आए दिन आप ये देखते हैं कि सेंटर और स्टेट्स के बीच कुछ ना कुछ इशू लगा ही रहता है, तो आपका जो ये टॉपिक है वो प्रीलिम्स के लिए भी इम्पोर्टेंट है और मेंस के लिए भी इक्वली इम्पोर्टेंट है. इस वीडियो में मेनली हम लेजिस्लेटिव रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन सेंटर एंड स्टेट्स डिस्कस करेंगे. फर्स्ट वी विल स्टार्ट विद द टेरिटोरियल एक्सटेंट, मतलब किसके पास कितनी लॉ मेकिंग पावर है, कौन किसके लिए लॉ बना सकता है. द पार्लियामेंट कैन मेक लॉ फॉर होल इंडिया इंक्लूडिंग एनी पार्ट ऑफ द टेरिटरी ऑफ इंडिया, which means for the subjects mentioned in the union list, the parliament can make laws for the states also. On the other hand, however, the state legislature can make laws only for the respective states. For example, the state of Uttarakhand can make laws only for the state of Uttarakhand, not for the state of Uttar Pradesh or Jammu and Kashmir. Also, the parliament has some extraterritorial legislation for its subject outside India or for the properties of Indians outside India. Only the parliament has the power to make laws on such subject. But this law making power of the parliament is not absolute. So there are certain restrictions which are important. We all should know this. First is the president can make regulations for the union territories. Also, the president is empowered to direct that an act of parliament does not apply to the tribal areas of Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. Tribal areas of Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. Let's talk about the governor. The governor is empowered to decide that an act of parliament does not apply to a scheduled area or it does apply but with certain changes or modifications. Also, the governor of Assam may direct that an act of parliament does not apply to a tribal area, of course in the state of Assam only. Now we'll discuss about the parliamentary legislation on the state field. What are the cases in which the parliament can make laws on the subject mentioned in the state list? The first is Article 249. If Rajya Sabha passes a resolution with 2/3 of its members present and voting that it is in national interest that parliament make law on state subject. So in that case, parliament will make a law. In this case, the state legislature can still make laws on the same matter, but in case of inconsistency, parliamentary law will prevail. So of course, it gives more importance to central law than the state law. Also, such law is in operation for a period of 1 year. Next is Article 250. So, when the national emergency is in operation, the parliament can make laws on the subject in the state list as well. But these laws are valid for a period of 6 months after the emergency has ceased to operate. So, emergency खत्म हो गई, उसके 6 महीने बाद तक भी ये जो आपका लॉ है वो वैलिड रहेगा. Next is Article 252. So, if 2 or more states pass a resolution requesting parliament to make law on matters in the स्टेट लिस्ट, सो स्टेट्स ने जाकर रिक्वेस्ट किया पार्लियामेंट को कि आप इस स्टेट लिस्ट के मैटर पे लॉ बना दीजिए. सो उस सब्जेक्ट मैटर पे पार्लियामेंट कैन मेक लॉ, बट सच लॉ कैन बी अमेंडेड और रिपील्ड ओनली बाय द पार्लियामेंट, नॉट बाय द स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर. सो एक बार उस मैटर पे लॉ बन गया तो स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर उस पे और लॉ नहीं बना सकता, इट इज नॉट अलाउड. नेक्स्ट वी हैव आर्टिकल 253. According to Article 253, the Parliament can make laws for matters in the state list for implementing the international treaties, agreements or conventions. For example, we have this Geneva Convention Act 1960, Anti-Hijacking Act 1982 and many more. So, to implement the international treaties and conventions. Next, Article 356, President Rule. So, this is important. When the president rule is imposed in a state, the parliament becomes empowered to make laws on the state list. But here one thing is different, that even after the president rule ceases to operate, such law remains in force. In national emergency, the law remains in force only for 6 months. But in the case of president rule, the law remains in force until it is repealed, altered or reenacted by the state legislature. Now, we have certain cases or certain exceptional cases in which center has control over state legislation, not directly but indirectly. So, it's imperative to discuss Article 200. According to Article 200, governor can reserve certain kinds of bill for president's consideration. And one thing which is important to notice here, that president has veto over such bills. President can refuse his assent and then that bill won't become an act. Also, according to Article 304B of the Indian Constitution, the bill imposing restrictions on trade and commerce require previous sanction of president before being introduced in the state legislature. तो जब तक प्रेसिडेंट सैंक्शन ही नहीं देगा तब तक आप स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर में बिल इंट्रोड्यूस ही नहीं कर सकते. Also, in case of, this is an additional point, so in case of financial emergency, the president can direct the states to reserve money bills and other financial bills for his consideration. Although this has never been implemented because India में कभी financial emergency लगा ही नहीं है. So we'll discuss more about the emergencies in the emergency wala classes. So guys, thank you for listening to me. In the next session, we will discuss the administrative relationship between center and states. Yes, feel free to offer your suggestions and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.